Welcome to the Kpopcast. I'm your K-pop DJ, and I'm joined by my co-host, Stephanie.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And also joining us for this episode is our junior editor, Michaela.
Yes, I am out of the Kpopcast dungeon, and I am here. So let's do this.
I'll let you out for this episode. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, today we'll be reviewing NCT U's Boss.
Letting you know if the song is daebak or not.
But before we dive into that, first our hit replays.
Hit replays are songs we recommend you play on repeat for the week. So Stephanie, what's making you hit replay?
So my hit replay is Boa's new song, One Shot, Two Shot. And no, I don't think it's all about drinking. This music video is a dance choreo lover's dream. It is like pure fun, footwork, and a really simple, cute story of a guy and a girl dancing on opposite sides of the train tracks. Really romantic, so much fun. That's my hit replay. DJ P. Low, what's making you hit replay?
It's N.Flying's Hot Potato. N.Flying's Hot Potato is full of self-aware jokes, letting the boys dream about what it would be like to be the quote-unquote hottest band or hottest potato in the world. But then at the same time, the music video sort of like acknowledges the reality of their situation. What I love about this music video is that it includes a lot of the scandals that you get when you actually make it big in Korean pop. So, you know, it's only in Korean pop that you get into a big scandal when you're caught dating someone in your car. And they do that in this music video. Stephanie, I need your Korean language skills here. How do you say from head to toe in Korean?
머리부터 발끝까지.
Yes. And that phrase is in like every K-pop song, and it's in this song too.
It's in so many songs. I love it.
Michaela, what's making you hit replay?
Well, following with Stephanie's pure choreography video, my hit replay is VROMANCE's Björ, or Star. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know, Stephanie.
Here, Björ.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
What'd she say?
Anyway, it's VROMANCE's newest comeback, and it's awesome. Just the epitome of like a honey sweet R&B ballad, and I really think you guys should go check it out.
And we will. Cool. So, moving right along to our daebak or not. This week we're looking at NCT U's Boss.
Boss.
Don't you know I'm a 내가 너를 끄는 boss. Don't you know I'm a 내가 너를 움직인 player. Don't you know I'm a 내가 너를 끄는 boss. Don't you know I'm a don't you know I'm a don't you know I'm a 내가 너를 끄는 boss. Don't you know I'm a 내가 너를 움직인 player. Don't you know I'm a 내가 너를 끄는 boss. Don't you know I'm a don't you know I'm a don't you know
So,
I'm a
guys, diving into like the message and the theory of this song, I was so excited when this came out. I watched our favorite K-pop music video theorist, K-pop Junkie, and he had this really fun, elaborate theory about how these guys are always seen in these circles, and that they're like these egocentric masters of their own universe, and it was like rich in symbolism and storytelling, and I was like totally buying it and feeling it. You should be sure to check out K-pop Junkie's theory. But then SM Town actually came out with their own music video, And one of the members said, yeah, it's just a music video about different leaders, and they duke it out to be the number one boss. Like, what?
Clean and simple.
Yeah, it's kind of let down, and I totally saw all the evidence and the symbolism that K-pop Junkie pointed to, so I was buying it, but I felt really let down by the actual meaning of this music video. It's funny because, as this one member of NCT U explains, they're all leaders of each of their different domains, and they try to spy on each other, they try to sabotage each other, and then for the end, for their final fight, they realize that they're one world and they're all on the same team. So they're all the number one boss. That is real cheesy. We can go more into K-pop Junkie's theory, but I guess we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense now, because there was that scene where they're all sitting around a table and there's 3 people on one side and 4 people on the other, and I was trying to figure out what that was all about, but now it makes more sense.
I didn't understand any of that, all the theory stuff, but you know what? It's cool. What about the visuals, you guys? Can I just say, first of all, these boys are beautiful. I heard that there's one member that didn't even get a line. He's just there because of his looks. Who's that? Win-Win?
Literally no lines.
No lines at all. See, that's when you know you got it like that. You don't even need a line in the video because you're just that cute. I could just smooch him up. Anyways, so visual-wise, I noticed that while the setting is pretty, I guess, washed out or drab looking, the boys are the ones who, with their outfits or hair colors, add a pop of color to the setting. It seems like they're moving around a bunch of different locations, like an empty office building. They're outside in a parking lot with a bunch of buses in the snow. And it seems like, I mean, I'm not sure how young the boys are, but they're obviously very young, and they're in these like really adult or like corporate spaces. So that just stuck out to me a little bit visually. I don't know what you guys thought about like what the settings represent.
Yeah. I mean, this was, as we all know, it was filmed in Ukraine. It definitely gave more of that like Thunderdome. Like, you know, we're all coming in to, you know, go into this like almost barren, decrepit. I don't know what I'm getting at. But
yeah,
like
it wasn't like damaged. It was very like clean but very structured.
Yeah.
And business.
Yeah,
all business.
Them. Yes. Right. Yeah. I mean, I will say that I felt like the visuals were lacking. It didn't have the pop of K-pop, nor did the visuals at the same time like underscore or play up the opposite, you know, having a really gray world on purpose. It kind of felt like it was kind of in the middle, honestly.
Yeah. Maybe it was so boring because it was actually filmed in a library.
Oh, library. That's what it was.
Yeah, no, the National Library of Ukraine is where they filmed a lot of the interior shots. So that could have added to the whole boring, you know, tones.
Yeah, I thought it was like a bank or something.
Yeah, no.
But that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it definitely felt very institutionalized, right?
Institutional, yes. Like old money.
Or Eastern European. I mean, it really was just that, but that's kind of what I was getting from it, just from the architecture.
Yeah. Although in contrast, Stephanie, you mentioned the hair color.
Yeah.
I think the people that had the most vibrant hair color wasn't even NCT. It was actually the Ukrainian models that they had in the music video.
Ooh.
Right.
You're right. So moving on, a part that I really liked, I guess that's still in that visual category, is the choreo. I don't know if you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, but that was the first thing I noticed, is that move where they lean back and they're snapping. I was just like, yes, get it. And I started doing the same thing in my chair. And then when you get to the chorus and they're talking about, don't you know I'm a boss? The moves convey this like hyper masculine, there's chest pumping, they're hunching their shoulders. And I'm all for it. The choreo really drives home the lyrics and the point of the song to me more than the background or fashion or whatever.
Right. No, I'm with you on that, Stephanie. That lean back move that you're referring to, like that is such an iconic movement. Like I can't think of other K-pop songs that have done a similar move or gesture. And that
4 minute, crazy.
Yeah, but they do it with one arm. NCT does it with two, so I think they just take it up another notch.
4 minute does have a very similar movement. But I think for this one, the way they move both their arms back and forth, that's like swag.
Oh, totally. This has swag written all over it.
Yeah, I like that. And I feel like that's a very difficult move to recreate.
Who is the one who's in the center when they do that move with the red hair and the shaved eyebrow? He's just like swaggerific. Who's that?
That's the leader. That's Taeyong.
He's the leader? Of course he's the leader.
Mm-hmm. He's the face.
Ooh, I can tell.
So the face cut your eyes, Stephanie? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. Just the whole thing. He's just so swagged out. I love it.
Guys, it just dropped today. But one thing I really want to call out is the dance practice version of this song. Like,
ooh.
I would even say, like, screw the music video. Just watch the dance practice version. And, like,
don't mind if I do.
Must watch. Their dancing is so sharp. And you can really see that in the dance rehearsal version. And it's got these really, really fast formation changes. And what I really like about seeing those formation changes and really the unit as a whole is the way they alternate their form. So they'll have moments when they'll be upright and doing a tut. We'll have that moments where like most of them will all kind of lean forward or lean over. And then they'll also have that unique move that we were talking about, Stephanie, where they just kind of lean back and move their arms. Like, that's very dynamic visually, right? Because there's a lot of movement in different ways that I think makes for a very good overall choreography.
Yeah.
And I feel so goofy for saying this. The cameraman is perfectly like pivoting around them both horizontally and vertically. The camera gives each member their own spotlight. And you know how in a lot of choreography, especially for K-pop, you'll have that one member, he'll have his phrase or his lines.
Yeah.
And the choreography will reflect that, like that one person will be standing up and talking, or they'll be sort of like pulled out from the group. In this dance practice version, you see the camera look at them very well, and everyone's sort of like bent over, or it's sort of like out of frame just a little bit, just for that moment for each member. And I thought that was really good, and that is all thanks to the camera work. So in the cinematography, as simple as it is, really pulled it off. So I feel like this set a new bar for dance practice videos. Like now all K-pop dance practice videos have to do this.
They all need to be like this.
As well as K-pop dance cover groups. K-pop dance cover groups now all have to do this. All one take, move the camera around. Can't be easy, but it looks so good. Now that I've seen it, I've tasted the forbidden fruit, you guys. Like I can't go back now. I can only see this.
They're ridiculous. Forbidden fruit.
But how about the music itself? What did you guys think of the audio?
I thought the audio was tight. I mean, right when the intro started, yeah, I was like, okay. It's stripped down. It's like electro bass synth. I mean, you know better what the instruments are called, but it just has
electro
that
bass synth.
Yeah, I'm sure. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then they add the snaps in there. I was like, it was great, fantastic. Definitely hip hop, like trap style.
Yeah.
I was ready for it, ready to get down and dirty.
Yeah, and their vocals, I think, pierce through that so well, and similar to other like NCT songs, there's a sort of like groan, like they sort of like pull out, they sort of like they sort of like lean into each of their lyrics. It still cuts through the music with a very strong attitude.
Yeah, you hear that a lot in their Limitless release that they made.
And where Limitless felt like it was very lean back, I guess, like it was very I don't even know how to describe Limitless. It was its own special beast. This has a lot more attitude. It's like Limitless was lean back, but this song was like lean in, it was lean forward. It was like in your face.
Yeah, they have the long drawn out groans, and it's a little slower. You just stay leaned back the whole time for Limitless. That's true.
One thing I will say about this song is that it almost feels like it would be better if it was shorter. Like if it had an element taken out just so it could be a shorter song, because if it was shorter, it'd make you want to hit that replay again, because it just has the hook and then that's it, and then you'll be like, yeah, I want to hear the hook. I want to complete that phrase one more time.
All of us know this feeling when about 30 seconds into the song where we're just grooving to the verse beat, then it changes completely into a pre-chorus where we don't know where we're going. We're wondering, okay, the chorus is coming. Are we going to get a nice drop that goes back to what we liked about the verse? Or is it going to completely change genres again?
Yeah.
You just never know with K-pop.
Yeah.
But with this one, it came back with a vengeance to the trap hip-hop of the verse, and I was just celebrating. I just started leaning back and shaking my shoulders. I was like, yes, because it could have gone into some electronica beat. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've seen especially so much from Teddy of YG. So many of the
Exactly.
songs
He always
do
does that.
Yeah.
I'm traumatized.
Yes, right. Right. But we're referring to like songs by like Blackpink and Big Bang. Like they do a lot of that for like the third.
Yeah, 2NE1.
Verse and chorus. It's like a completely different song.
Girls' Generation, SNSD has that as well in their later songs where they completely switch.
Yeah, in this case, it was done just right. Like you've got a little bit more of a percussion in that pre-chorus for the last
Just a little.
sign-off chorus of this song, and it works so well. But ahead of the show, we were talking about how, well, what if they remove the bridge of the song? And we were listening to the bridge, and we're like, you know what? The bridge is actually really good. They can't remove the bridge. And like, we were just talking like maybe if they had their own song that was just in the style of the bridge, that would be a very good song.
Yeah, I would like that.
Just give it 기분 내킨 대로 좀 더 closer 믿고 다가서줘 이젠 눈을 감아 앞에 펼쳐질 나의 세계 맘껏 들이쉬어 그대로 충분해 넌 아름다워.
Yeah, so basically the bridge part that you're talking about is two people. It's Do-young and Jungwoo. They're in charge of that bridge, and I'm sure all of their fans will be very happy to hear a song with just them on it.
Oh, yeah. It's a new unit coming to town.
Yeah. And actually, Jungwoo is one of the new members of NCT that debuted this year. And I wanted to talk a little about him because he reminds me a lot of Taemin. Like his voice.
You said the right word, the right name.
Tell me more.
Well, his voice and just sort of his mannerisms when he's speaking and the way he sings, it just all reminds me a lot of him.
Ooh, color me intrigued.
Yeah, if you're a Taemin fan like Stephanie, I would go check out the newest member, Jungwoo.
All right, you have my attention.
So on our Twitter handle at the Kpopcast, we had a Twitter chat today, hashtag Kpop chat, led by our recurring co-host and contributor, Supermatic. And in that K-pop chat, we talked about NCT U's Boss. And we had a few great Twitter comments from that Twitter chat today.
Yes, and Twitter user at Cooper Crossland said that NCT's Boss was amazing. NCT has some of the most out there production and interesting layered vocal harmonies in K-pop. The way their songs flow between singing and rapping is especially unique, and they aren't afraid to play with the beat, switch ups, and mixing genres.
Yeah, I don't know if the song changed it up too much, but it did change it up just enough for the bridge.
Okay, so just bouncing off of what he said, layering is definitely something that is what I call NCT doing NCT. Because if you look at their past songs like Limitless, they always choose very unique layering in their songs. But in Boss, you really hear it in the way that they layered the chorus. And that was the thing that stood out to me the most about the song when I first heard it, because I was like, what is going on here? Because there's so many different voices and textures going on.
So we also had another tweet from Kpopcast, and two of their hosts gave us their feedback.
Host Jacob said he loved it, especially the rap line and the vocal heavy bridge towards the end. Host Andrew gave it the Daebak seal of approval, trademark, though Baby Don't Stop beats it out on the basis that it actually has 10 on the track. Hashtag 10 deserves respect.
Beck.
Put some respect on my name.
It's spelled like RESPEK.
Yeah.
Actually, Andrew, I want to add another hashtag to that. Hashtag, can Winwin get a line?
Like I said before, he's so good looking. He doesn't even need to say anything. Those lips say it all.
Main visual.
Okay, so guys, I think it's time we give our final scores. So for concept, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest, how would you rate NCT's Boss or Boss?
Boss. Let's see. For concept, I was not feeling the concept that much with the visuals, but the choreo kicks it up a notch.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and give this 3.3.
It's so funny because when I was watching the K-pop Junkie Theory, I'm like, oh, this is so rich. It's so thorough. It's so soaked with deeper meanings and like exploring this theme. And I was like, I was getting so ready to give it a 5 on the concept. And then when they said like, yeah, it's just about a big fight and like who's the leader and who's boss, I'm like, oh
Lame.
my gosh. Like, gotta downgrade it for that. Also, like the Eastern European, like post-Soviet, like Union setting, I'm not feeling as much because they don't either go ham on it all the way.
Yeah, they could have done so much more with it.
Yeah, they're like kind of like caught between two extremes. So I've got to ding it really heavily. If it was just the choreo, like 5, right? Because that choreo is so dope. If it was the dance practice
Choreo is
version,
fire.
5.0 period. But because we had that horrible concept, I've got to penalize it with a 2.
Ooh, dang. He tanked
Okay,
it.
you know what? I'll give it like 2.5 because again, the choreo
Oh my God.
is so
No,
good.
no, stick with it. No, hey, be true to yourself, Peter.
The gang battles in libraries doesn't do it for you.
Don't you
No,
hear
not really.
Ricky Woodson in your ear?
Oh, yes, you're right. Okay, thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky, for giving me confidence and resolve to rate things low.
Oh, man. All right, Michaela, what do you think?
Since this is my first official
This is your
rating,
first.
I wasn't
Don't mess
so
it up.
sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I gave the concept a 4.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you why though. Because while the concept of it just being a boss battle in a library is very, minimalistic, the fact that it was filmed in Ukraine and they got out of the SM box and like got way out of the SM box
Yeah.
True.
was really awesome to see. You got to see all this beautiful architecture, these awesome drone shots where you got to see the whole library. And so I think the visuals of just the shooting locations really bumped up the concept for me.
So outdoor gray, dry.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go watch it again.
I mean, it is winter, so you're not really going to be expecting a lot of vibrant colors,
Right.
even though it is K-pop.
Yeah.
yeah, it is an appropriate winter K-pop song.
Because they're entering into the K-pop arena
Oh, my gosh.
for the final battle.
All right, moving on to audio, huh? On that note, moving on to the audio. My score is going to be much higher than the concept. I'm going to give it 3.8. I'm feeling that trap beat, but it's not like best K-pop song of all time. I think it'll stay on my playlist for a while, a few weeks to a few months.
It's a 3.9 for me. I was going to give it higher if it was just a little shorter of a song. Again, as we discussed earlier, if it only had like just the chorus and the verse, it might have had that replayability just such that it creates that earworm short hook, trying to actually deliberately short itself from any intellectual merit. I think that might have actually worked in its favor. But it's that beat though. Like it's a good balance between that thick beat and the vocals, which cut right through it in a way that sort of eases the vocals in a way that they sort of like slipping themselves into a hot tub or something. I don't know. That's a bad description. In the big universe of like K-pop songs that you introduce to your Western friends who don't know K-pop, like I might put this in that category.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is like beginner friendly K-pop material. Like I'm gonna ease you in to some K-pop with like this song. As a K-pop DJ, I'm like, this is one of the earlier songs I'll play on in the set. Like this is one of those songs like, okay, we're gonna get a little bit serious now. I'm gonna put on some NCT U. Boss.
Yeah, it's definitely in that same boat for me. I would introduce this to my American friends as a representative K-pop song. Michaela, what'd you think?
Hold on, can you hear my cat?
I think the cat's trying to give a score.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, the cat gives it like 1 out of 1 meows.
It sounds like the cat is like 4.
Okay. Well, I disagree with him because mine is a solid 3.
Ah.
It took me a while to get into this song. Honestly, the first time I heard it, I was so shook by the way that they layered the chorus. I was like, I don't know if I like this.
Shook.
And then I realized it's actually a really great song to work out to. So it had a little bit of staying power for me, but it's just a 3, honestly. Comparing it to Limitless and my favorite song, which is Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Bomb.
I will say that I think this is better than Cherry Bomb or Limitless. I like it more than both those songs. But their best song is Whiplash. Check out Whiplash. It's a B-side. It's not a music video, so be sure to check out Whiplash. You won't
I do really like that song. Great tip, Peter. So, we've all given our scores, and I love how we are all on like 3 different ends of the spectrum, if that's possible.
Yeah.
I love everyone's contrasting opinions here. This is cool. But all in all, was NCT U's boss Daebak or not? Daebak for me, obviously.
Daebak from Pilo.
I don't know.
You don't know. Whoa.
That's not a score.
Well, I don't know, because with the scores that I give it, I would have to say it's a Daebak, but
A low Daebak? An unenthusiastic?
it's an unenthusiastic low Daebak.
Sure.
I don't know. If you're going to say like low and unenthusiastic, I think you kind of want to say not.
True.
Sorry, this is Ricky Woodson saying that you should say not.
You know what? I'm going to be the odd one out here and say not. This is a not for me.
There we go. There we
Same.
go. That keeping it real for our listeners.
And Michaela is the one on the show that knows the most about NCT. I think she may be the biggest fan on the show. So she's like giving them some tough love here, challenging them to be better, to earn her love. I like that.
Yeah, I want to say that. So it was so funny on our tweet chat today. Ask me about K-pop. They tweeted, "Yeah, I'm not sure I understand the concept behind NCT." Michaela here just tweeted back something really savage toward SM. She said, "Yeah, I'm not sure SM knows what they're doing either."
They had a plan, but they've already diverged from that plan, so I don't think they know.
Finishing this episode, we had some feedback from our listeners from our last episode.
First one is from my girl, my BFF, who I found out I've been saying her name completely wrong. I'm talking about Miss Jenny. I still don't know. But she tweeted us and said, "Y'all, it's more like..."
Jenny.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We will try our best
She gave us
to say
a
Jenny.
meme. Yeah, she gave us a meme image of like we go together like peas and carrots, and it has like Forrest Gump in the background.
I still think Rodri's version of it is the best. The
Right. We don't have time to address it in this episode, or else we'd create an episode on it. But Ricky Woodson, of course, left us a ton of comments on our SoundCloud, so be sure to see his interactive feedback, which is time-stamped with the episode. That's the benefit of leaving feedback on SoundCloud.
And also, guys, be sure to join us for our weekly K-pop Twitter chats on Tuesday. Hashtag K-pop chat, led by Supermatic.
Yep.
Yeah, sadly, I couldn't join the K-pop chat today. I was having lunch with the CEO of YouTube.
Okay.
So, I know.
That's a
unfortunately.
horrible excuse,
Or else I would have
Stephanie.
totally been there. But I can't wait for the next one.
Yes.
I heard it was lit.
Yeah, I was so shook. What are some other phrases that Gen Z could say? I don't know.
Peter, you're giving us away as old people.
Sorry, that's why we're revealing our cover.
Anyways, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and tell all your friends.
Yes, listen to K-Popcasts wherever you can when you're driving, eating, doing laundry, cooking. Cooking, that's my favorite. Cooking and cleaning, good. Those are the best times for K-pop podcasts, because I'll be cleaning and then I'll be like, but the episode isn't over yet, so I have to keep cleaning. So, signing off, guys. Where can people find you online, and tell our listeners who you think should be the final K-pop boss?
All right, so everybody, you can find me on Twitter at sparker2. And man, if I had to pick the final K-pop boss, it would have to be my ultimate bias, be Rain.
Yeah, I
Makes
came
me
close
wanna-
picking you too.
Yeah, the king of K-pop.
That's right. So you can find me at DJ Peter Lowe, and my final boss, like countdown, like episode boss music, like cue boss music, would be Jae Young, or AKA David Choi from Boys Generally Asian.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, does that count? I don't know if that
I
counts.
guess.
It counts for me.
Anything goes
Yes,
on the K-pop
yes.
cast.
And you can find me at Michaela J Kpop on Twitter. And my final K-pop boss is forever Queen Boa.
Boa, nice
one.
choice.
Yes.
She's been in the game the longest. She is the queen.
True. Hasn't aged a day, y'all.
Yeah.
And you know what? Honorable mention goes to CL of 2NE1, of course. Did anyone see her performance at the Olympics?
Yeah,
Guys.
Oh my gosh.
Although I will say that was too big of a stage for anyone, even if you're CL. Like it was too much empty space, I think.
Hey, she killed it. She's a true
her
boss.
styling, giving us Cruella de Vil tease.
Oh yeah, I love it. Cruella de Vil.
All right, so catch us all again next week. And if I had to change my answer, it might have been JYP.
Perfect.
Cute cat.
I'm gonna kick him out. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
Oh.
Don't leave me. My cat is always like, feed me more. I will give you conditional love. If you
Conditional?
if you just feed me. Yeah.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no problem.
It's okay.
We should have that. Like, we should get samples of your cat and drop your cat.
Oh, totally.
Turn into a remix.
And especially the door slamming on the cat. That was perfect.